Jeepers. What time of year is it?
Fall. I think the clocks go back this weekend.
Yeah, they actually do. Don't forget to set your clocks. We have to be fine. Anyways, so my name is Mark. I'm actually one of the producers, actually host. This is actually, what's your name?
Wanda.
Monkey Wanda, we'll call her today.
Wanda. I have more.
Well, that's cool.
I do this every year.
That's cool. That's my gosh. So Wanda, I know earlier that we were talking during our first take, though that did not save. Don't know why, but anyways, those. You notice some plaques actually on your wall. Can you sort of explain about those, by any chance, to me?
Well, these are sort of spiritual stepping stones for me. Back in '93, I did some solar method dynamite psychic development course for mind control. And that led me on. You better watch out. Now you know more about me than I will tell you. And there's therapeutic touch healing, so I can really manipulate your energy as well. Make you feel good, hopefully. And
in the right way.
That's right. And then we moved on to Sally Diane's Mystic Rendezvous courses with tarot reading and runes, psychic development. It was a blast. And we even did spiritual photography into the Ghost Walk in Toronto with Sally. So.
Okay.
Then, 1999, the year 1999, Ghost Hunters of the International Ghost Hunting Society with Dave Oster had a ghost hunting course, certificate, and I did that course, which really led me to venture on my own to build my own website that year after that, 2000. Then I became an Inner Circle member with Dave Oster at the International Ghost Hunting Society, and he's still around today. He's as busy as ever. And there was the Mutual UFO Network with a very intensive study course on UFOs, how to find UFOs, how to interview people, take their sighting reports. Obstacles, very intriguing courses as well. People say, well, you don't need these certificates. And you don't. Well, there's many things. There's lots of information that's free on the internet, basically. But when you want to really connect with organizations and become part of a whole network, you really want to get the protocol and find that out and feel professional. And maybe feel a lot better professional.
That's cool. That's cool. For those that don't know, really sneeze, but I do apologize. Trevor's actually on chat, which is also the other co-producer and also the other host, actually of Paranormal Around the Region. Now, I'll let you know for next week, though, we will be going actually with our TV show to the Old Coronet. That's actually in Kitchener, right where we just had our event 2 weeks ago. It was really, really awesome activity there. But Wanda, I'm noticing though that you have a book.
Oh, this book. I think this is one of your handbooks, Mark. Witches spell a day Eleanor. So I've been looking through this, and I found today's reading at one a day.
Yeah.
October 30th, Wednesday. And here it's Mr. Floyd.
So true. It's Devil's Night, supposedly.
The night before Halloween is dedicated to the trick element of trick-or-treat. Unfortunately, this sometimes turns into some really destructive activities, like arson. Less damaging acts like toilet paper in your house are still disrespectful of the targets. To counteract this harmful trend, spend some time today showing kindness towards others. Here are some ideas. First hit the toilet paper off the trees because it sticks pretty bad. You'll be spending another week on that.
So true.
Okay, continuing. If you see someone committing vandalism, call it police. Give them as much information as you can, descriptions of perpetrators, license plates, and so on. The victims will appreciate the help. But remember, you've got a cell phone now with the camera on that, so take license plate numbers and pictures of what's going on. If you have time and your neighborhood is safe enough, organize a family-friendly block party to help with visibility and to get to know your neighbors. You really want to get to know your neighbors, Mark?
Well, from my neighbors directly, I live in an apartment building, but some of them I actually know, but most of them no, because they're very, very rude.
Apartment living is different, but
Yeah, it is different.
can be.
But we live right behind, well, not behind, sorry, we live close to a mall within the Tri-Cities, and most people over there are really friendly.
Right.
So, and also I work for Rogers Daytime, actually behind the scenes, and I found out one of the colleagues I work with dressing up as the A&W bear.
Oh no, that's crazy. Mascot.
That's correct. So, hope to see him actually probably tomorrow. He's actually on from 4 to 9 or 6 to 9, something like that.
And was anybody going to recognize him, or did I say?
Actually, you can't say anything, but him and I have a secret handshake.
Oh.
So,
Watch for that.
yeah. Now, I noticed you also have some paper up.
Yeah, there's something maybe we shouldn't be talking about, but it's Mischief Night, so we know it's 20 ways to confuse trick-or-treaters is always.
Well, that's for tomorrow.
Well, yeah, well, you know, I gotta give a heads up tonight. The one that I thought that was cool that Mark liked was hand out cigarettes and bottles of aspirin. Sorry.
Never give them to minors. Anybody below the age of 16, do not give to.
No, they'd shut you down.
So true.
No, but that's for the parents maybe, huh?
Yeah.
How about giving that to the parents?
That's
while,
parents. What was that other one though that you like actually in there?
Oh, wasn't that cool? Maybe not. But maybe get a catapult. Sit on your porch. However you want to dress up, and catapult pumpkins at any one who comes within 50 yards of your house.
That could only be country.
Well, make sure you have
A long yard.
A big chocolate bar inside the pumpkin.
Yep.
Or what else could you put in the pumpkin?
Reese's Pieces,
Oh yeah.
chips, vice versa. So,
Depending on the size of the pumpkin or your catapult.
yeah. And they just had across the radio today. I'm sorry for cutting this off, but it's to do with that. It's basically actually on on George and Jared. They said though that basically those you start with the small stuff, and then right when later in the night you give all the bigger stuff like bag of chips, you give canned pop and everything else. That's what you give at the end of the night. Is that at the end of the night though is usually the better costumes, even the older kids.
Oh yeah, which they usually get. All they usually get is those little wee wrapped up little itty bitty candies or the kisses or
Yeah.
something like that. But we always use the candy bars and the chips to give them to the little wee guys.
Yeah.
And then just gave the kisses and all the rest to the bigger guys.
Okay, alright. And on the Ellen today, she said though basically those if somebody comes to your door and not stuff in the costume asking trick or treating, give them a sucker that's not wrapped up. Well, I don't know what the sucker was, but here you go.
Well, I guess it's a message one way or another. But
Yeah. Now there was one in there that started to do with Bill.
Is Bill a guy you know? How about the briefcase?
The briefcase, yeah.
Fill a briefcase with marbles and crackers. Write on it, top secret in big letters. When trick-or-treaters come, look around suspiciously and say, "It's about time you got here." Give them the briefcase and quickly shut the door. Did you get that?
MIA.
Am I missing in action?
Yes.
Shut the door.
That's like that.
Or you could do that with books you want to get rid of, or extra furniture.
Yeah. So Trevor's actually on social chat. If you want to tune in and actually socialize with him, go right ahead. He's willing actually to chat with you.
Facebook, if you just want Facebook.
Or even if you want to FB him through Facebook, you can do so. Actually, underneath Paranormal Around the Region, or even the guys Paranormal Team Facebook. So.
Oh, wait a second. Wasn't there one on here when trick-or-treaters come? Oh.
Yeah.
After you give out the candy, hand the trick-or-treaters and parents.
Yeah. Well, it's like a restaurant. Here, kids. Here's the food. Here, parents, here's the bill, you pay for it. It's like, so. Yeah. Now, I know though that yesterday we were actually on Inside Brands, you and myself.
Oh yeah, that was great. We had quite a time on Inside Brand talking about the Ouija board.
Yeah.
How to do things properly, because sometimes no matter whether what people say, don't do this, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to end up doing it and you'll need protection.
So true. A lot of people think the Ouija board is actually technically just a piece of board. It's a game. But what would you say about that?
No, it's not a game. It's the real deal. It's life is the real deal, and you just need to be respectful as you do in your life with anything, and not to be disrespectful. Just treat it as everything that I'm here for the truth, and make sure you close the board at the end for sure. It's a very important deal. Very important thing to say goodbye to the spirits and thank them for helping. Basically, thanking is what is clincher, right? Respect, thankfulness, and goodbye.
Yeah. Now, with Ouija board, I've actually seen videos of people who like create the board actually just out of cardboard boxes.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter what you create a Ouija board out of, and it will still work for you. It's the intention, and sometimes people that touch the board, it may not even look, but it suddenly you become psychic and you know what the board is trying to tell you just by having your hand on it. It can open up your centers, your psychic centers, without you even trying. So that way, if you don't know how to close down your own psychic centers, could be disrupted as well through that disturbed. So you really do have to know a little bit about that. A little bit about how to do these things.
Now, I know we also have some of the witches' cards actually up there. They're pretty cool. And also, you have your crystal ball.
Oh, wow, yeah. The Witch's Tarot is really cool because it's a very emotional deck. Whenever you try to do a reading like this, it'll really pull out the emotional stuff from your life. And if you deal with those type of concerns, it's a very passionate deck. And you can see by some of the images, if you do see the images here. And it's not that I usually use to read. In general, it's the regular Rider Waite deck. I also will use this, but it's...
Now, the 10 cards that I wanted is actually talking about the G.H.O.Gs, are small little ones. They actually have different meanings, actually, altogether. Smaller pictures altogether, also. Sorry for that.
Good, yeah, that's why the travel deck. It's a little smaller than the large one, and it's true. The crystal ball helps to accentuate and magnify the energies, the psychic energies that are around when I'm doing a reading. So I may not even be using it to see or scry, but it's still a tool either way, for scrying or for magnifying energy during reading.
Now, for those that actually tuned into City TV news on Monday, you might have seen actually us directly on the news channel. They came down to Kitchener, interviewed actually Trevor and myself while we sort of did the episode that's this week actually on Rogers TV, which is the Kitchener Ghost Walk. We do actually have full documentation of the legal papers actually to do with the history. Most people only think it started in 1855 in that area, but late 1834.
Yeah, the deeper you go, the deeper you get.
So true. Yeah. Yeah. And tomorrow we're actually on the Gary Doyle Show on AM 570 with Gary again, though, exactly at 11:35 a.m. You can tune in through Rogers TV or over top of the radio or even the internet, ask questions, or even be able to watch us directly. Now, Wanda, Halloween. What's it mean to you, by any chance?
Well, to me, just through experience,
Yeah.
it's a time when you get communication celebration from passed on loved ones and relatives that I've known and recently deceased. I get a lot of communication. They come to me. I don't have to provoke them or ask them. I just find that's a time when we do communicate. I really, maybe that's a sign that the veil is thinning at that time of year.
Yeah.
And it's been, from what I've known, from what I've heard, without research about Mexico and hundreds of years ago, and having, they always celebrated around this time of year. They just took time out and celebrated it. Their fathers, mothers, grandfathers, for us, and as a celebration, they gave themselves time for that, which we don't always do in this busy world. And Halloween, yeah, no, it's as a celebration.
Now, also though, is when do you figure the true Halloween was put in chance? Since most people think actually as October 31st, which is not the original true Halloween date.
Well, the Christianity, Catholic Church, wanted to stop the celebration pagans have been doing for hundreds of years, and so they tried to incorporate it within their church and make it a whole new celebration out of it. And it became modern day Halloween over many, many years developed this way. But there still are and will always be the people that want to do it their own way, that always did the old tried and true traditional way with celebrating the dead.
And the original date was what?
Well, there's a couple different contradictions.
So true.
Maybe it depends on the year, but November 3rd, there's November 2nd, as the Day of the Dead, depending on the calendar.
Yeah. See, I'm actually pagan, and we celebrated actually on November 5th. In between actually 30th all the way to the 9th, the curtain is very much so thin. I wonder if there's going to be any ghosts and goblins walking tomorrow that are actually services that we don't realize.
Yeah, you might think they're just a trick-or-treater. Hey,
So-
watch out when you come to the door. Might you have something special out there for them like that.
So true.
So,
But again, though, I also got some FYI news. This is actually due with our television show. This is actually directly from Rogers TV. Today, while I was actually at the studio, found out some information. There has been somebody that has been sort of slandering us directly. We know exactly who she is. She's a former friend of ours. She thinks so. She's high and mighty. And last year, well, we did an investigation actually in Stratford, which Shelly does talk about actually underneath the cornet. So not cornet, but underneath the Queen's Inn from Stratford. It says that this young lady actually ran right when she heard actually a spirit talking. So this person here had better be watching out. Rogers TV actually has the technology to actually trace your email address.
ISP addresses. Oh yeah, that might be how you get to know these incognito type of emails.
Yeah. That's like that. So. If you think this show is really, really awesome, because we've been actually stopped actually in the grocery store, Trevor can actually witness to that. It is just Sunday actually in the grocery store, and somebody actually stopped us to talk to us about the show. And Trevor's like, alright, I'm going to leave you talk. I got to continue on for groceries, but...
Oh, and in Williams?
Yeah, in
We're
Williams.
just sitting there with this family having and wanted to come up. They were from the States, happening in Stratford. They wanted to take pictures. They saw you with the shirt,
Yeah.
and they recognized the show and wanted to get pictures right out of the booth.
The guy came up and I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. But we're again those looking for next year. Hopefully, we'll be picked up actually from Rogers TV or even from my main network. Hopefully, Space if we actually get our stuff together, let's just send some stuff down the space. Now I know we have a couple of major cases coming up to investigate with you that we're personally actually asking you on.
Yeah.
One of them, though, we were actually yesterday.
Oh, yeah. This is like an ongoing investigation because it's just constantly developing. I believe that it's
You can mention the place.
yeah. Oh, Southworks Antiques. It's just a never-ending story. Like a never-ending story with courage. Well, it's got pictures on it, and there's no doubt we've all felt them. And the owners have collaborated with saying that yes, what he felt was right, and that's always good to know. So we are going back for more of that with you. Have acquired through your
Canadian Ghost Country Suppliers. If you actually go through his website, ghosthuntersuppliers.ca, I think Trevor will be typing that in. If you actually go through there, he actually has a lot of great tools, and that's how we actually got hooked up with City TV. It's actually technically through him. Now, we do actually have a big thing coming up actually in May. I don't know if you'll be there this year.
In May, I would certainly love to go back. It was fantastic meeting Jackie from the Astro meetings and having her mediate our group of explorers, spiritual explorers in the ghost walk.
Now, her event though actually takes place actually back in the 3rd October, Guelph. This recently goes up to the 90s. They were turned into inns, which are some of them are very active, and also there's originally the jail there, it's a museum, and a restaurant.
Well, our room was really active. Eli came from the pot and jumped in. And my son, he came with us, and he was whole part of the whole investigation. And he's been working with me throughout the years as he grew up as an investigator. Paranormally, and has had many contacts with the experiences.
We're actually in room 109. What room were you in?
I don't remember. I made it all about my Facebook. Check that out.
That's good.
But it was crazy. We had faces coming towards our faces beside the bed. These are tried to check them out before I was asleep.
And the thing though is, if you'd like to be able to find some more information about this event, you can go through our website actually at Paranormal around Region T-Show.website, putting the events. We will be actually there. We will be bringing actually a couple of great tools. And so far, what it looks like, we might be actually up there for 2 nights, the 2nd and the 3rd.
Well, that's what's happening.
Yeah. It actually I drive from the Tri-City, which more Cambridge and Guelph, but it is actually worth it. And we have another case that's happening actually tonight. So we cannot reveal about much information about this, but actually Judy from Southworks, she's actually finding more information. Her car, is actually really close to this location that we're going to be doing.
And here's what she knows the cars. Fill in with some details after.